What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel, and for today's WWE news video, there is going to be a lot to talk about. I don't even know how to describe it, but for this video, I'm going to be talking about the latest on Adam Cole's WWE contract, as far as like what's next for Adam Cole. SummerSlam potentially being cancelled, perhaps? Who knows? WWE had released a former Raw ring announcer. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. And then also, Cain Velazquez potentially returning to professional wrestling. So let's talk about Adam Cole's contract for a second, because Adam Cole had signed his contract with WWE, or I guess NXT for that matter, back in 2017. There were rumors of Adam Cole showing up to WWE and potentially being a part of NXT. Well, it turns out that the rumors were true. Adam Cole showed up and targeted Drew McIntyre when he had beat Robert Roode at TakeOver Brooklyn 3. And I know this because if I remember correctly, I believe I actually saw that one. So yeah, it was pretty hectic. It was pretty hectic, to say the very least. There has been a update on what's going on. So as far as now goes, we know that his contract is supposed to set to expire sometime this year. I believe. I believe he was supposed to have been. If I remember right, I read the reports, but there have been rumors saying that Adam Cole's contract was gonna expire after SummerSlam weekend. And as far as what's next, many people are saying that he might go to AEW, which again, I don't watch AEW, just as a disclaimer. Don't want to get copyrighted. You guys know how this works, but the reason being is because of his girlfriend, Britt Baker. She's on AEW from what I've been hearing. I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently she's on AEW. He could end up going there and joining up with Kenny Omega, because they were together during their time in Japan. So that could be the case. But knowing Adam Cole, he mentioned a long time ago that he's always wanted to be in WWE. So I'm not so sure if he will resign, if he will resign. But as far as now goes, he has agreed to a contract extension, which will be long enough for him to compete at TakeOver 36 the night after SummerSlam. But as far as we know, he has not received a long-term offer from WWE. But who knows? Honestly, having Adam Cole leave WWE would completely cripple NXT entirely, because with guys like Seth Rollins, guys like Roman Reigns, guys like Big E, women like Sasha and Rhea, Drew McIntyre, Robert Roode, all being on the main roster, Adam Cole is right now currently is like the biggest name in NXT right now. I mean, I know that we have some Samoa Joe, who's now back in NXT, which is kind of crazy, but at this point, it's hard to say. But I think Cole leaving WWE would completely cripple the future of NXT, because if he were to if he were to leave NXT, odds are WWE would have to find the next Adam Cole, which could very may well be someone like, I don't know, Carmelo Hayes, or even also Josh Briggs as well, because I know they were both a part. Because I know that Briggs was a part of the NXT Breakout Tournament, but ended up getting eliminated by Carmelo Hayes. Actually, true be told. So, but honestly, you never know. But as far as Adam Cole, if he does re-sign, that would be huge for NXT, because I know that he still has. Because he mentioned on the NXT Takeover in Your House press conference a while back, he mentioned that he still had some unfinished business to deal with, which obviously included having to deal with the rest of the Undisputed Era, having to become NXT champion for a second time. So who knows? Who knows? But with that being said, there's been some rumors on the cancellation of SummerSlam. So, as far as we know, it'll take place at the Allegiant Stadium on August 21st. So in just a couple of weeks, and it's supposed to take place in Vegas. And because of the pandemic, and because that we're under now, I guess we're under season 2, if you will, of the pandemic. Season 2 of the pandemic, if you will. Both the Allegiant Stadium website and Ticketmaster, no sponsors here, no copyright. You guys know how this works. They stated that anyone and everyone who attends SummerSlam has to wear a mask because of the pandemic. Not only has WWE been doing this, but apparently AEW also have reportedly been working on contingency plans in preparation for a potential ban on mass gatherings as the pandemic cases rise up once again, because of the fact because of some new some new sickness. I don't remember the name of it. I really don't want to say it. Guidelines. No copyrights. You guys know how this works. But apparently we're now under season 2 of the pandemic. A lot of people have yet to get their vaccines because they refuse. As to why, I have no clue. But as far as we know, SummerSlam is still a go. But the plans for SummerSlam is still taking place, and as far as we know, the card for SummerSlam is as follows: Roman Reigns versus John Cena for the Universal title. We have Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg for the WWE title, which that one I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to that one. That one's gonna be a good one. Nikki ASH. Almost a superhero. I don't know why they did that. I swear, I don't know why. And it may have something to do with Karrion Kross. It may have something to do with that, but yeah. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair in a triple threat match for the Raw Women's title, and then Bianca Belair versus Zelina Vega for the SmackDown Women's title. As far as we know, there's been rumors that the Intercontinental title will be defended, the United States title will be defended, the Raw tag titles will be defended, and from what I've been hearing, the rumors that I've heard, there's been rumors going around saying that a NXT title will be defended. My guess, it could very well be the NXT Women's title, because it already headlined WrestleMania. Why not have it headline SummerSlam? Who knows? But yeah, as far as we know, the plans are still in motion. We don't really know what's gonna go on. I honestly don't know. It might happen. We may have SummerSlam, but then again, we might not. But there will be more updates in the upcoming days. or rather, I guess in the upcoming weeks leading into SummerSlam. So make sure you guys are subscribed for more info. But with that being said, a former WWE Raw ring announcer had been released months ago. Who is it? None other than JoJo. Yes, JoJo Offerman. If you guys do not remember JoJo, she was once a part of she had began her career in WWE as part of the season 1 cast, the original cast of Total Divas back in 2013. And then she eventually became a and then she had I know that she had wrestled a couple times, but they told her that she wasn't cut to be a professional wrestler, so they had her become a ring announcer for SmackDown for a while, and then for Raw, and then she eventually went to NXT to become a ring announcer there. And then right after the 2016 draft came around, she became a ring announcer for Raw. From that moment up until I think it was like until like I want to say it was like until like the fall, like right around like the fall of 2018, right around there. Because of some weird reason, I don't know what the reasons were, but for those who have no idea, JoJo and Bray Wyatt, I believe, are currently married. And they welcomed their first child to our world in May of 2019, and they now have a second child that came in to our world in May of last year, 2020, and at some point, and there were a few times over the last few years, there have been rumors that JoJo was going to be returning to WWE in some capacity, but that never came to pass because there were reports saying that her time with WWE had came to an end several months ago. So with this, both Bray Wyatt and JoJo are now done with WWE. I'm not so sure if she will come back. If she does, she'll most likely, again, become a ring announcer. It may end up being for NXT, or she could become a backstage reporter, which is a possibility, but I don't know. I don't know, but I have to admit, seeing Mike Rome as a ring announcer has been pretty fun. It's been pretty fun because with JoJo, as crazy as it may sound coming from me, her enthusiasm just wasn't there. I know that it was there when she was when she was a ring announcer for NXT, but being on Raw, being a ring announcer for the main roster, it just wasn't there. It just wasn't there. And with Mike Rome, his enthusiasm when he announces, a new champion or whatnot, it's so perfect. It's like right on the money. It's perfect. It's right on the money. And I mean, shout outs to JoJo. Best of luck to her in the future, and best of luck to Bray Wyatt. I think again, I talked about it in my episode of WWE's Biggest Issue, which you guys have not checked it out. I highly recommend watching it. But Bray's release was just not. It shouldn't have happened. But yeah, I mean, shout outs to JoJo. Best of luck to her in the future. We'll see what happens. But Cain Velazquez, could he be returning to the wrestling ring. If you guys don't know, Cain Velazquez had signed with WWE in 2019, right after the 2019 draft, and apparently, and the reason why he had signed with WWE was because of the fact that Brock Lesnar had attacked not just Rey Mysterio but also his son Dominic, back when he became WWE champion, and that's when Cain Velasquez came into the fold, and WWE had set up a match against Brock Lesnar for Crown Jewel 2019, and there was a reported injury on Velasquez when Lesnar had emerged victorious. There was a reason why he was known as Cardio Cain, because he's got the cardio. Crazy enough, he's got the cardio, but he would have one further match in WWE, teaming up with Humberto Carrillo, taking on Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, who are now, I guess, a part of like TNA. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but at a live event in Mexico City, and then after 6 months of being away from WWE, he was released by WWE back in April of last year because of the budget cuts, or as the reporters like to call it, Black Wednesday for some odd reason. But yeah, now there's been a report saying that he's going to be a part of a wrestling promotion called Triple A. It's a wrestling promotion that takes place in Mexico, and he was a part of he was on a podcast, and he asked about he was asked about him being in AAA this coming December, and he says, quote, "I'm doing a show in December for AAA. I love AAA, and I'm going to keep doing that right now. I love WWE as well, but I have to develop myself in order for me to go out there. I'm going to keep doing stuff till I have rephrase. I'm going to keep doing stuff and have fun with it." So I guess in order for him to come back to WWE full time, he wants to be a part of AAA, and do his thing, win some championships. And then eventually he'll come back to WWE, but his in-ring debut under the AAA banner, he had teamed up with Cody Rhodes and Psycho Clown. If you guys know who Psycho Clown is, let me know in the comments below, because I have no idea. At a show called Triple Mania 27 in August of 2019, and then having another 6-man match alongside Psycho Clown and Brian Cage. I heard rumors about Brian Cage. I heard he's pretty good. I heard he's pretty good. If you guys watch AEW and if he is there, let me know in the comments below if he's really good, because I have no idea. The following month, and then both matches ended up being victories. So as far as Cain Velasquez, coming back to the wrestling ring, honestly, I love it. I think it's awesome. He had such an incredible run in the UFC. He had quite the decent run in WWE. AAA, I think, would be a perfect start for him. Give it another year or so, he'll be coming back to WWE. I have no doubt about that in my mind. But guys, that is going to do it for this video. Question of the day: Where do you guys see Adam Cole going when his contract expires? Let me know in the comments below. And that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel, you guys want more Yu-Gi-Oh news videos which gets posted every Thursday. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All the links will be down in the description. And if you guys have fan mail that you want to send me and want me to open up on that channel, my address will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.